My name is Jose Cerdan, and I've been a researcher from Aarhus University Hospital, where I finished a PhD and then a postdoc in North Zealand Hospital as well. My specialty has been telemedicine, and in telemedicine, most based on telerehabilitation of chronic pulmonary patients. So I've been working in the area of medtech, and yes. So today I'm going to do something else. I'm creating a new startup based on how to help me as a researcher to be a better researcher, and this is something that I will share some slides now. Share screens without say the whole. My question for you: can you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. So I will start with that. So Erudita is just a startup that has not even a year. We started in September, and it's just because I am a researcher that since February last year, I have been unemployed and trying to find a job. I thought it was very difficult to get a new job in my area. So I decided somehow to create my own job. And I was talking to people that was working with me in my previous startups. I told them about an idea of creating systematic reviews with AI. And this person that was working with me decided to be participating in that. So it's me and another person in Stockholm that is creating the software at the same time that I am testing it with many different people like you today. So what we do is we expedite the process of writing a systematic review. And why we do that? Because when you create a systematic review, normally it will take you 1,650 hours of your work, 9 to 10 months of time to create that and potentially publish it. And you potentially will expend around, yes, $18,000. And this is not something that I say myself. This is something that there are three authors of those articles, Allen, Bora, and Mickelson, that are talking about this pain. So therefore, we have created a platform that as you as a researcher has the opportunity to, through us, get a premier literature search engine. So you just try to find a theme that you want to work on. And through that theme, we will generate a specific query, and we'll attract all the articles that are in that area. And we will help you figure out where are the gaps in the literature, where you have the opportunity to make a bigger impact in your area, if this is what you are researching on. And then the tool will help you to draft the different drafts of your systematic review until you have the last one where you can just use it for publishing it, or maybe in your organization, if it is a private company like pharma, medtech, and biotech, where you have the opportunity to use this as a regulatory document or decision-taking document that can help you in the next steps of your development and research. But we think we can do it in less than 1 week, 40 hours, and this is a big advantage of the AI. We understand today that in the lives, the value chain of the life science, you have all those different steps: research, preclinical, manufacturing, clinical, commercial, and post-launch. And we have been interviewing many people working in those different areas, and we understood that systematic reviews are used in all those areas. Those systematic reviews has different goals. So in ideation, it's most to identify research gaps, refine research, and so on. Then in preclinical is to evaluate the efficacy, safety, and experimental methodologies that you want to use to create your new technology. In manufacturing, so there are other goals in that area, and so on. during the whole value chain of the life science that we could say is potentially similar to medtech and biotech. So my interest right now is in this area. So if we go deeper in systematic review, we want to go to the best systematic reviews. Then you have the one that is using Prisma. And Prisma is a bit more like a to-do list where you have the opportunity to be very transparent on all the different steps of how you, for example, filter your pool of articles to 10, 15. And then we have another one that is the same one, but with meta-analysis. And here, the difference between these two is that this one, you need not just the articles that you are going to review, but also the database where that article is based on. And then what you put is put all the databases together and make some statistical analysis, and then you arrive to a conclusion. Here is most a description that study 1 says that, study 2 says that, and so on. And here is like all the studies says this thing. But this one is very good, and it potentially is going to be very scalable for us, but this one is not. And where we have the challenge is on the databases. For example, me as a researcher, I have finished a clinical trial, and suddenly are researchers in Australia asking for doing a systematic review Prisma with meta-analysis where they require my database. But today, it can take from 1 to 1.5 years before you have the opportunity to get the database of that article. So think about if they have 20, 30 articles they are going to review, this is going to happen with all the different articles. And it's going to take a long time. So when you want really publish this article, potentially there is no need for this anymore because it took so long time to get just the database, execute the statistical method and get the results and publish it. So my bet for an idea is this. For an Odin project proposal, we would like potentially give opportunities to use our platform, because right now what we need is lots of users that can give us feedback on how we create this platform. We have been talking to Peter Sorensen from the project Balder that has been previously done in Odin. And we understand that he has a specific software and algorithm that can but can work on databases outside without taking the database and making a copy and make some statistical analysis. And if this is possible and we don't need all this regulatory process of sharing databases, then it's going to be potentially easier to scale a process of that. But what we need as well is also testers. And here, we hope that many of you will be willing to participate in academia, life science, pharma, medtech organizations to make this thing happen within this very interesting area. And yes, so if you are interested, just this is how you can contact me, or you can use LinkedIn as well. And for sure, I will be willing to talk to you, either to participate in this exciting project, or if you want as well to test what we do today in Erudita. So that was my presentation for today.